Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany and today we are doing a Vinyasa challenge. So this yoga class is going to be just challenging the body in new ways of transition, different stretches, getting your heart rate up and maybe getting into some positions that you haven't been in a while. You could probably benefit from a block if you have it, and maybe even a strap. So grab your props and I'll meet you on your mat when you're ready. So today we're going to start out on our backs just to get the breath movement connection going. So take your legs out long. And then I want you to tuck in your chin just a little bit to make sure the back of your neck is long rather than having your chin pointing up. Keep the back of the neck long and then start to just check in with the body. You can take your left hand to your chest, your right hand to your belly. Kick the heels out to make sure the legs are straight. And then just settle in. Do a full body scan. See if you're holding on to anything that is no longer serving you physically, mentally, spiritually. See what you can let go of. Allow your body to just melt into your mat and be fully supported here. You may start to feel parts of yourself loosen up and get heavy. As you're doing that full body scan, just taking your attention to areas of the body that you don't typically pay attention to. Usually, unless something is in pain or bothering us, we don't pay much attention to it. You don't think, like, gosh, my knees feel good today. Like, we usually don't think about stuff like that. We only pay attention to it when it's bothersome. So just send your attention to all the areas of the body. Send a little bit of gratitude for all the things that are working correctly and feeling good today. And then we'll take a big breath in together, breathing in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Again, breathe in through the nose. Open mouth, let it go. This time we're going to breathe in through the nose. And keep your lips pressed together, breathing through the throat. So I want you to pretend like you're fogging up a mirror and you're going to make a sound, but with your lips together. So breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. One more time, just like that. This is your Ujjayi breath. Breathe in. Constrict the throat. Exhale. You can take a few more rounds of that Ujjayi breath. It's so good to start your practice with that breath of fire. It gets your body warmed up, fills your body up with energy, really sets the tone for your practice. On the next inhale, we'll take our arms overhead, kick the legs out even longer. Good morning stretch, even if it's not morning. And on the exhale, we'll hug in our left knee to chest, interlacing your fingers over the left shin. Start to draw the left knee in, keep the foot flexed, and maybe take your nose to your knee. Squeeze tighter on the inhale, and then start to let go, extend long on the exhale. Switch it out, breathe in. Exhale, hug in right knee to chest. Squeeze a little tighter for the inhale. And on the exhale, let it go long. One more, both sides. Breathe in. Exhale, left knee to chest. Squeeze a little tighter. Exhale, let it go. Right side, last time. Inhale. Right knee to chest. Squeeze it in. And let it go long. Good work. Bring that left knee into your chest. And then start to draw the left knee towards the left armpit. So you're going to open up that hip a little bit more. You could take your right hand to the top of your right thigh to keep that right hip and right thigh grounded. Really open up that left hip. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then bring it back to center. Kick your left heel towards the ceiling. Flex through the foot. Take your hands down to the mat, and with control, slowly lower that left leg to the mat. See if you can't feel the core fire up the closer the leg gets to the mat. Good. Other side. Hug that right knee in. And then take it off to the right, drawing it towards the right armpit. Left hand on my left hip or my left thigh. Squeeze it in tight. And then bring it back to center. Kick your left or your right heel towards the ceiling, and then with control, slowly lower. You can just send all your attention to that right glute, the right thigh, the right hip, whatever you've got activated here. Good work. Bring both knees into your chest. Squeeze them in tight, knee to nose, and then make some small rocks back and forth until we get to a tabletop. Now, some people really like that and the way that feels on their spine. I'm not one of them, so I tend to get to that tabletop before anyone else. Take your time rocking, massage your back, like I said, if you like it. And whenever you're ready, we'll check in with our alignment. Knees directly underneath our hips, wrists underneath our shoulders. And then we're going to spiral our biceps forward, triceps backwards. So the inside of your arm is facing this way. And your hands are super active here, pressing into all the fingertips as if you could lift off. Do little hand push-ups. And I'm going to untuck my toes for here. On the inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, breathe, lift the chin. On the exhale, round through the spine, drop the head and neck, push everything away. Inhale, drop the belly, offer the heart forward, maybe lift the chin. And exhale, cat pose, press everything away, let the head and neck be heavy. I like to add some movements to my cat-cow, and you are welcome to keep doing that as we keep going. But sometimes I like to take it back to the basics. Sometimes staying still in a pose can be harder than finding movement for me. So just listen to your body. Last round of cow and cat. This time we're going to come back to seated on our knees, and I'm going to tuck my toes to start. Take my hands to my low back. My fingers are pointing down. Start to press the hips forward as you draw the elbows and shoulders back together behind you. Take it slow. And then maybe if you get to a comfortable position, you can let the head drop back. And slowly put your body on straight. Drop your hips to your heels. And take your hands to your lap. Your palms can be up, down, doesn't matter. Just be intentional. Maybe you have a mudra you'd like to take. And just for a moment, I want you to align your head, your heart, your belly, your pelvis. Get in one beautiful line of energy, lifting up through the crown of your head. And then ask the deepest part of your heart what you need today. If you're here for a Vinyasa challenge and you just need some movement and strength, then maybe that's your mantra. I am strong, I am powerful, I am fiery, whatever you need. Sometimes we take a challenge because we need to get out of our own head. I'm supported, I'm loved, whatever you need here. Ask the deepest part of your heart, bring it to the forefront of your mind, and carry it with you throughout your practice. Breathe in. On the exhale, we'll make our way to down dog. Plant your hands, lift the hips, especially if this is the first down dog of your practice or of your day. Start pedaling through the legs, shifting weight left to right. Take it slow. Breathe into the back of the legs, lift the hips, and then we'll find stillness, drawing both heels towards the mat, pressing your belly towards your thighs, your chest towards your knees, and strong in the fingers and in the hands to keep the weight off the wrist. I'm going to put a little bit more weight into my right leg now and press that right hip out. See if you can't feel a little side body stretch on the left side. It's not the prettiest of poses, but it's all about how it feels. bring it back to center. Same thing on the left. Put some more weight in that left leg. Press that left hip out, stretch along the right side body, and then bring it back to center. We're going to take a big step forward, so we'll be in a super short dog. And then I want you to tent onto your fingertips, and then I want the weight to be in your feet. Your hands are down here for some support. There's a little bit of weight in the fingertips, but if you were to move them, you're not going to fall. Take that left hand a little bit more towards the center of the mat, and then sweep your right arm high. On the exhale, grab the outside of this left ankle and pull your body underneath that left arm. Twist it out. You can bend into that right knee if you'd like. That gives you a little bit more room. Exhale. Maybe take your gaze underneath that left arm towards the ceiling. Really twist. And then switch it out. Right hand closer to the center of the mat. Inhale, left arm high. And exhale, twist. Grab the outside of that right leg, right ankle. Maybe bend into that left knee. Ooh, this feels great. As you exhale, maybe take your gaze up towards the ceiling, twist a little deeper, and then unwind. Walk straight-legged. Keep the hips lifted towards the top of your mat. So as long as you can go, keep those legs straight. And we'll meet in a forward fold. You can have a soft bend in the knees here, especially if you're really tight in the back of the legs. Grab opposite elbows, lift the hips, hang in ragdoll. So a lot of times people like to rock side to side in ragdoll, or even forward and back if you feel confident in your balance. Just find some movement, see how that changes the stretch, and then draw the belly button up and in. See if you can't find a little bit more length in the side body, and maybe even start to straighten the knees the longer that you're here. We'll take the fingers at the base of the neck, so interlace them here, maybe even put some pressure on your neck and on your head, just a little, as you slowly roll up the spine. The head and neck are going to be the last thing to come up, and when you get up, press the hips forward and find gentle back bend, nothing major. And then we're going to get started. Put the body on straight, drop the arms, feel like they're heavy, just let it all go. Adjust your pants if you need to. I thought these pants would fit me a little bit better, but you know. All right. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, swan dive, forward fold, lead with the chest. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step your left foot back. Runner's lunge. Check in with your knee to ankle alignment. Let that left hip get really heavy towards the mat. Breathe in. On the exhale, shift it back like you're in a modified pyramid with maybe a little bit of a wider stance. Inhale back to that runner's lunge. Exhale, shift the hips back. One more. Runner's lunge. Exhale, shift it back. This time we're going to drop that left knee, low lunge, untuck the toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Press the hips forward, find that little bit of a back bend. And then drop your right hand to the mat or to a block beside you as you stretch up and over with that left arm. Breathe in. Let that left hip get really heavy on this exhale. A little deeper into this lunge. And then let this left arm, as you shift your hips back, come to the outside of the right foot. So we're in a half split, but your hands are going to be to the right side of your leg. Whew. Get a little deeper. And then tuck the back toes. Start to lift the left knee as you walk your hands all the way around. Now I'm at the left long edge of my mat, heading into a Skaya or Skandasana. My left knee is bent, my right toes towards the ceiling. And yours may look like this. Yours may look better than this. Or you can stay up here on the ball of your foot. Some days they are there and some days they are wobbly and awkward. So just listen to your body and find what you need today. Right toes towards the ceiling. Breathe in. Take your hands to the mat and then start to lift your hips to the center as you walk your hands to frame into this right foot, toes towards the front. Step the left foot up to meet the right, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, rise. Watch your fingers as they touch. Maybe take a back bend. And exhale, swan dive, forward fold, extend in the side body. Breathe in, half lift. Exhale, plants the hands, right foot back, runner's lunge. Get your footing, check in with your alignment. Breathe in, right hip gets heavy towards the mat. Exhale, shift it back. That modified, really long pyramid. Inhale, forward. Exhale, shift it back. One more time. Inhale it forward. Exhale, shift it back. This time we'll come forward. We'll drop the right knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Hips are heavy. Find that little back bend. Reach up. Biceps are in by the ears. And the left hand comes down to the mat or to a block beside you. Right arm stretches up and over. If this is way too much, you can keep your hand here at your side. This is a lot for that right hip flexor and quad. So just take it at your length. Breathe in. Start to extend through that left leg as that right hand comes to the outside of the left leg. So we're in a half split, twisting our body to the left. Start to tuck the right toes. Pick up the right knee as you walk your hands all the way around to the long edge of your mat. Skater or Skandasana to the back of your mat. My right leg is bent, left leg is long, toes pointing towards the ceiling. Breathe in. Exhale. And then start to lift the hips, walk the hands to center, and then frame that left foot. Turn all your toes to face the front. Right foot comes up to meet the left. Start to heel toe your feet about mats with distance. Toes out, heels in as you slowly drop your hips. Malasana squat, yogi squat, whatever you want to call it. Find your squat. While you're here, taking my hands to heart center, use your elbows to press your knees away. Lift the chest, get your hips under you, and breathe into the belly, lifting through the crown of the head. Exhale. One more inhale. Start to spike through the heels, swing the arms up to standing, watch the thumbs as they touch, and then exhale back down. One more right like that. Inhale up. Exhale, squat. Take your hands down. Take your feet back to hips width distance, soft bend in the knees, and roll up the spine. When you get to the top, just throw your shoulders, throw your arms down like they're heavy. Make whatever wiggles you need to make, and then inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Breathe in, half lift. Exhale, plant both hands, step or hop back. Since my baby's asleep, I'm going to step. Inhale, shifts the body forward. Exhale, bend the elbows tight to your sides, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale to up dog, and then drop the knees, untuck the toes. Stay here for just a moment. Lift through the chest, and then actively try to draw your hips and your knees forward. I'm going to take a couple hip dips here, to my right, to my left. Woo, one more each side. And then when your knees are down, bend into the knees, kick your heels towards your head towards the heels, find a stretch in the front body, and then slowly release the feet, passing through table just to protect the spine to down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left leg high. This time we're going to open up the hip, but don't bend the knee just yet. So keep that leg extended and then pull that left hip open. That should feel pretty good. It does to me anyway. Breathe in. On the exhale, plant that left foot on the outside of the left hand. We're in a lizard lunge. You can stay up, lifted on that back knee. If you'd like to drop it, you can. We won't be here long. Breathe in. Tuck the toes. Send that left leg up and back. This time we'll bend the knee, stack the hip, and flip your dog. I wasn't sure if I'd have enough space. Lift your hips. Lift your hips towards the ceiling, reach long with that left hand, or you can even hold your head for support here. Strong in that right arm. Breathe in. On the exhale, three-legged, left leg lifts high, up and higher than ever before. And then plant that left foot in between the hands, lift off into a standing splits or standing L. Trying to kick that right foot overhead. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, come to your fingertips, and then exhale, curtsy squat. We've got three. Bring that right knee probably to your left calf or your left ankle. Kick it high. Exhale, curtsy squat. One more. Kick it high. Curtsy squat. Kick it high. And then this time we'll land in a crescent lunge, so take it slow. Woo! Once you get there, check in with the hips. You take your hands to your low back if you'd like. Draw that left hip crease back, right hip crease forward. We're lifted on the ball of the back foot. Inhale, arms up. Breathe in. Hands to heart center. We're going to lift off into a warrior three. So get strong in that standing leg. Right toes are dialed down. Right hip point is facing down. And then left hand comes down. Right arm swings high as we roll open that right hip. Half moon. Trying to create one beautiful line, one beautiful shape. It's okay if it's a little wobbly. Breathe in. And then with control, we're going to land in a warrior two. Whew. If you just heard my whole body crack, it's okay. Inhale to reach, reach, reach forward. Flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Breathe in, get long. On the exhale, cartwheel the hands down to frame that left foot. Left foot steps back. Now you can have a three-pointed high plank here and take your flow this way, or take it both feet down. We'll meet in down dog. Woo, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, right leg high. This time we're going to open up the hip, but don't bend the knee. Feel that stretch in the hip flexor. And then on the exhale, plant the right foot to the outside of the right hand. A lizard lunge. You can stay high, lizard lunge, or you can drop this left knee. Remember, we're not here long. Get heavy into the hips. Breathe in. Three-legged. And then bend the knee, stack the hip. Stay here or flip your dog. Slowly. Watch those right toes as they come to the floor and lift the hips. Lift the chest. You can hold your head. Take up space. Do this shape on purpose, even if it doesn't feel great. Breathe in. And three-legged. Kick that right leg up and higher than before. And then we'll step it through. Standing splits. Lift that left leg from the inner thigh. Try to kick that left heel overhead. Yeah, mine looks more like a standing L, so if you're in that same boat, standing L is what we'll call it. Breathe in. Curtsy squat. Inhale. Curtsy squat. One more. Curtsy squat. From this standing L, we'll land in our crescent lunge. So get your legs and your footing first, and then bring the arms up. Check in with the hips, adjust your feet. I am not against adjusting whenever you need to adjust. I'm not against getting wiggles out whenever you need to do that too. Breathe in, hands to heart center, exhale. Warrior three. Woo. I did practice this morning, so my legs are feeling a little shaky. Left toes are dialed down, left hip point dialed down. Breathe in. Right hand comes to the mat. Peel the left hip open as you lift the left arm towards the sky. Gaze can be down to help with your balance. If you're feeling really adventurous today, maybe take your gaze up or close your eyes. Charge through that left heel. Keep that left leg lifted. One more inhale. With control, we'll land in a warrior two. Good. Inhale, reach, reach, reach forward. Flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Inhale, get long. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Take that three-legged or three-pointed plank, so kick your right foot back. Inhale, shifts the body forward. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale to up dog or cobra. And exhale, lead with the hips to down dog. Whew. You can exhale out of the mouth to release some heat. Feel into this down dog. I like to roll through my ankles because they just crack and pop. Let it go. All right. Inhale, come side to the toes. And then we're going to walk to the center of our mat and find a seat. Kick your legs out in front of you. We're going to come to a high boat. So we're going to rock back. There's going to be a point where you'll feel like a little bit of balance. We need to come a little bit further back than that, so that way you have to engage the core. Draw that belly button up and in. I'm going to give you a couple options here. I would say the most challenging version of this would be to keep the legs extended, okay? This is your high boat, legs extended. You can have them slightly bent. You can even take your hands down to your sides if you'd like a little bit more support today. I may do that since I am apparently just gasping for air. All right, we're going to inhale, reach up high, and exhale, low boat. Inhale, high boat. Exhale, low boat. High boat, breathe in. Low boat, breathe out. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. A couple more, you got it. Inhale. Exhale, 4 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You've got it. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale, 1. Exhale, take your hands down, take your feet down. Press through your chest, through your belly, rock around. We're going to do just a little bit more core work. Not much, promise. Make your way all the way to your back. And then I'm going to tuck my arms just slightly underneath my hips. The more challenging version of this would be to take your hands completely out of it, behind your head or way off to the side, whatever you've got. We're going to do some flutter kicks. So take your legs out long and then start to make a really wide C shape or curve. And then we'll kick 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You got it. 3, 2, 1. And let it go. Whew. Come to your mat. Take another good morning stretch. Breathe in. Exhale. And then bring both knees into your chest. Rock back and forth the length of your spine. And make your way to a down dog in your time. When you get there, breathe in. And let it go. Inhale comes high to the toes. Bend your knees. Walk, hop, or float to the top. We're going to, I'm going to give you a couple options actually. So inhale, half lift. Exhale, plants the hands. We're either going to head back into that malasana squat just for a breath. So take your feet wide, toes out, heels in, and drop the hips. Now, if you're sitting here in flexibility, this is where I want you to turn up the heat by lifting the hips and staying right here with your strength, okay? If a arm balance is in your practice, we're going to get into a crow pose. If you have practiced crow and you would like me to guide you through it, I'm going to do so. If you know how to do crow, fly. If not, you stay in that malasana squat just for a few moments. Take your fingertips pointing forward, and then I'm going to tuck my knees into my armpits, and I'm going to glue my shins to the backs of my forearms. Now this sometimes can be enough for people. You draw that core and hip flexors up and in, and as you lean forward, keeping your gaze ahead of you, you maybe lift one, maybe lift both feet. So this is going to be crow. Now, once you're here, if you want to draw the toes together and heels towards your bottom, you can do so. If you Like some people cannot quite get your knees into your armpits. The other variation of this is just to squeeze, come from the outside, squeeze the heck out of your arms inside to get into crow. If you are in crow or any other arm balance version, we're going to slowly start to descend from our flight, and we'll all meet back into that Malasana squat. So if you've been here for a moment, you're the real MVP. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Watch the thumbs come together. And exhale all the way down. One more. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, forward fold. Put your feet on straight. Soft bend in the knees. Tuck your hands under your feet for gorilla pose. So I'm taking my toes to my wrist creases. I'll start to extend through the legs and draw my elbows out to the sides as I let my head and neck hang heavy. Good work. One last little push. We'll do some deeper stretches, and then we will be finished with this practice. So come off of your hands. Take your fingers interlaced at the base of your neck and slowly roll up your spine. Let the head and neck be the last to come up. Find that little bitty back bend. And then exhale. Drop everything like it's heavy. All right, here we go. We're going to head into an eagle pose. I'm going to offer modifications if you are newer to your practice, so don't worry. I'm going to have a slight bend in my right leg and step this left leg up and over. I'm going to turn towards you so you can see. Wrap this left leg around either once. You can even kickstand this if your balance is like not there today. If you've had a lot of caffeine, that could be you, so don't take it personally. Or wrap your legs around once or twice so you can see my toes on the outside of my calf. I'm going to turn around. All right, eagle legs, and then inhale, arms up. Exhale, wraps right arm under left. Same thing with the arms. Wrap them all the way like this so your palms can touch, or grab opposite shoulders, whatever feels right in your body. On the inhale, lift the elbows a little higher. On the exhale, we're going to slowly start to descend, tapping our elbows to our knees. Letting the eagle soar. Breathe in, and then slowly start to unwind the legs. With control, we'll step that left leg back, crescent lunge with the legs, lift the arms. So you have eagle arms, crescent legs. One inhale here, and then we're going to lift off into that right leg. Warrior 3 with eagle arms. Slowly start to unwind the arms and reach them back like an airplane. Palms facing down. Left toes are dialed down. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then with control and with as few steps as possible, we're heading into a tree. So I know that this right leg is going to be talking to you, hence Vinyasa challenge. So this left foot is coming to the inside of the right thigh or the right calf. I can't look at the camera because then I'll fall. So actively pressing that left foot into the right thigh just as much as you're pressing that right thigh into the left foot. Your hands can be your choice. I'm going to interlace my fingers. Inhale, press my palms forward, and then exhale, take them overhead. It's a very powerful stance here, so once you get here, just breathe and be in it. One more inhale. Start to hug that left knee into your chest. I know that right foot is talking to you. Squeeze the left knee in with your right arm and then sweep this left arm back just for a moment. And then on the exhale, let it land. Shake out that right foot. Put your body on straight. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. All right. We're going to take it to the other side. So micro bend in this left knee. Step this right leg up and over. Wrap it once or twice or use it as a kickstand like I showed you earlier. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, wraps left arm under right. Eagle arms. And lengthen the side body, reaching up through the crown of your head. Breathe in, lift the elbows. On the exhale, slowly lower to tap your elbows to your knees. If you're falling out and cursing at me, it's okay. Our practice isn't always going to be beautiful, okay? We get there or we don't. You have to accept what is, start to unwind the legs, and with control, step it back. Crescent lunge, legs, eagle arms. Find a bit of a back bend. Stay for the exhale, and then find that warrior 3 legs, eagle arms. Lift that right thigh, kicking through the right heel, toes are flexed and dialed down. Unwind the arms, take it back, airplane. Whew. Breathe in with as few steps as possible. So maybe in one quick sweep, we'll land in a tree pose. Use your hands or don't. And I want you to feel really strong in this tree. Strong standing legs, shoulders down the back, reaching up through the crown of the head. The core is nice and strong. Interlace your fingers the opposite way we did before. Inhale, press the palms forward. Exhale, take them overhead. Breathe in. Start to hug that right knee into your chest with your left hand. Sweep this right arm back, twist it out just for a moment. Exhale a little deeper into this twist. And then let it land, shake it out. Go to work. That's a lot of balancing, so good job. All right, inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands and take your left foot about to the middle of your mat. I want your left leg and your right leg to be on 2 separate tracks, so widen your stance. Your hands are right underneath your shoulders, and then I want you to take your right hand to your low back. You can usually feel if your hips are in line and mine are not, so pull that right hip crease back, rock that left hip forward, and then find a half lift. Get your chest over these right toes and slowly fold. Pyramid pose. Keep pulling that right hip crease back. Find a half lift. Fold a little deeper. Maybe you wrap your hands around this right leg, or maybe you wrap your hands behind the left leg. See if you can find length in the side body. Get a little deeper for one more breath. And then release your hands to the mat. Walk your hands around to the left, and we're just going to face the back of our mat. So your heels will stay in the same spot. We're just facing the opposite way. Inhale. Find that half lift so your chest is over your left toes now. Pull the left hip crease back. Use your hand if you need to feel if your hips are even. And then fold. If this is super intense, you can come onto the ball of the right foot and see if that offers you a little bit more assistance. You can also use blocks under your hands here. So find one more half lift. Exhale, get a little deeper. Again, find that bind if you'd like or not. And slowly release your hands to the mat. We're going to walk around to the right, so the same long edge that we've been on. And widen your feet. Toes out, heels in. Bring your hands to your thighs and start to bend into the knees and drop the hips for a goddess squat. Whew. You can rock side to side. Warm up, get into the hips. And see if you can't drop those hips a little lower. And then take your hands out to the mat in front of you. Actually, walk there. So your knees are going to come to the mat. Walk your hands out, and we're heading into a frog pose. So you want your heels and feet to be a little bit wider than your knees, and it doesn't have to be very deep to start off with. You can even stay lifted on your hands or on blocks. It doesn't have to be a very deep posture. But once you get there, if you can ease into it just a little more and press the hips back. So that's where you're going to find that resistance. I like to rock a little bit forward as I inhale. Exhale. ease back. 2 more times. Ease back. See if you can't get a little deeper into this frog. Last time, ease back. Tuck your toes if they're not tucked. Come back to your hands and start to extend through the legs. Walking back to that goddess squat like nothing ever happened. And then we'll drop our left elbow or shoulder towards the middle, pull the right shoulder back, and switch it out. Right shoulder, middle, left shoulder comes back. One more each side. See if you can't get a little deeper. Maybe roll your chest towards the ceiling and switch it out. Good work. All right, we'll extend through the legs, and in no fancy way, we'll make our way to our back. I'm going to have you plant your feet and have your knees up. If you want a little extra core work, you can try not to flop into your mat. Inhale, left heel or right heel towards the ceiling. Exhale, crosses the right ankle over the left thigh. You can take your hand to the right thigh and kind of press that away. And that will intensify this a little bit. If you're looking for a little bit deeper, feed your right arm in between the legs and grab underneath the left thigh or over top of the left shin. You'll want to keep this right foot flexed even if you're not really feeling it, because it protects the right knee. Try to still open up that right knee away from you. So this is a very active stretch. If your chin is pointing towards the ceiling, try to tuck it in a little bit. Keep the back of the neck long. Hug that knee in a little deeper. And then option to keep the legs bound just like they are, or you can unwind them. Either way, we're dropping the knees off to the left and taking the arms either to a T or cactus arm. So I'm going to keep my legs bound. Twisted root, a loose twisted root is what we can call it. And then my gaze is going to go to the right. Slowly start to bring it back up. So you'll be in that figure 4. Kick that right heel up and then just switch out your legs. Left heel towards the ceiling. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. And again, you can take your hand to press that left thigh away, or you can interlace your fingers over the shin or over under the thigh. And pull it into the body. All right, option to keep the legs bound just as they are, or unwind the legs, tee out the arms, and let them fall to the right. Gaze off to the left, twisted root. Slowly start to bring everything back to center. Unwind the legs. And then we'll take the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall out wide. Supta Baddha Konasana, or reclined butterfly. Take your left hand to your chest, your right hand to your belly. And this is where I will leave you. You can, if you're looking for more of a challenge, a great addition to this class would be one of my 15-minute core challenges or the core sculpt class. So be sure to subscribe and follow along. I upload classes weekly, please. And have an amazing rest of your day. I hope I challenged you. I hope you feel fluid and warm and strong and everything that you need. to go on for the rest of your day. You can stay there as long as you'd like, or you can finish in a traditional Shavasana, or you can turn up the heat and keep on going. But I will leave you there. It was my honor. Namaste.